Hello everybody and welcome to a very special presentation of LMC Varsity Sports. We're back at Maine NOL High School just about 1 year after the Mamaroneck Tigers field hockey team took a state championship. They're back contending for one again here in 2015. This is the semifinal game for Class A. Mamaroneck Tigers warming up behind us. They're 18-1-1 Section 1 champions. They'll be taking on the Section 6 champions, the Spartans of Williamsville North High School, who come in 16-2-1. Mamaroneck has previous state championship victories in field hockey in 2004 and 2014. Williamsville North has state championships in 2007 and 2010. That 2010 victory came over the Mamaroneck Tigers. Stay tuned, we've got plenty more opening introductions and the opening hit coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports.
Today we will meet the teams in the New York State in the Class A semifinal game. Let me begin by introducing the reserves for today's visitors, Williamsville North. 3, Bridget O'Sullivan. 6, Lauren Revenants. 9, Olivia Di Vincenzo. 11, Lauren Andrews. 12, Allison Hogan. 13, Danielle Batts. 14, Manahal Siddiqui. 15, Samantha Hayek. 19, Emily Reynolds. And 25, Rachel Juno. Now the starters for Williamsville North. Number 1, Shannon Quinlan. 2, Mia Forney. 4, Mary Crumlish. 5, Gina Battaglia. 10, Catherine Andrews. 16, Jenna Fitton. 18, Caitlin Battaglia. 20, Grace Glauber. 21, Claire Ahern. 22, Emma Rowland. And 24, Erin Rowland. The Spartans come into today's match with a record of 16 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. They are coached by Andrea Mazalowski, assisted by Jess Reese. And now the reserves for today's home team, Mamaroneck. 00, Katie Razor. 1, Bridget Knowles. 2, Fran Barchetti. 3, Sophie Brill. 5, Cassie Goodell. 10, Sophie Arts. 11, Fiona Hogan. 13, Elizabeth Brissett. 14, Erin Cotter. 18, Taylor Lucas. 21, Molly Banks. 24, Caroline Allen. And 49, Jamie Schiff. Today's starters for Mamaroneck are number 4, Olivia Golden. Number 6, Grace Fitzgerald. 7, Elizabeth Clarke. 9, Emma Spitz. 16, Paige Danahy. 17, Katie Cotter. 19, Emily Mahand. 20, Sophie Miller. 22, Megan Mullaney. 23, Sophie Lepore. And 99, Charlotte Mackey. The Tigers come into today's match with a record of 16 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. They are coached by John Savage, who's assisted by Tricia Miller. Officials for today's contest are Mary Jo Towson, Portia Lack, and Heather Major.
The rights to this broadcast have been granted by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, representing 767 senior high schools across the state of New York and more than 575,000 boys and girls who participate annually in New York State Public High School Athletic Association Incorporated sponsored athletic competition. Any rebroadcast or republication of the programming without the written consent of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Incorporated is strictly prohibited. With that, we're ready for the opening hit. Mamaroneck Tigers and the Spartans from Williamsville North, Section 6 champions, located just a few miles, maybe like a mile down the road from SUNY Buffalo. So both teams traveling a good distance for this game in Maine Endwell in the Binghamton area. Same site as last year when Mamaroneck took the Class A title in New York State field hockey. They're on the offensive to begin the game. The other semifinal, which will be played following this game, will be Section 2 champion Shenendehowa and Section 11, champion Ward Melville. And the winner of those two, this game and that game, will meet tomorrow in the state championship game. Williamsville North in regional action took out Section 5 champion Webster Schroeder 1-0 in an exciting regional final. It was a second half goal that got them here. This is Lizzie Clarke trying to get something started early for Mamaroneck. Into the circle. Placed alive in an early penalty corner for Mamaroneck just 1 minute in. Mamaroneck a run through sectionals. Only one goal given up. That was in the Section 1 championship game to Horace Greeley, which they still won 5-1. Took out Maine Endwell last week. 1 week ago today in the regional final, 4-2, and Maine Endwell, the site of the championship weekend. This is Fitzgerald off the corner, centers, was live out in front, got cleared away by the Spartans. Quinlan tries to send it away, and that is junior captain Shannon Quinlan with a free hit. This will be Claire Ahern who sends it near side. Catherine Angers tries to clear it up the field for Williamsville North. Tigers so good on the defensive end. It's actually surprising to see Maine Endwell score 2 against them in the regional final. The only team to score multiple goals against them besides that was Lakeland. Will also be playing for a Class B title this weekend. That one in to the circle, deflects off the goalkeeper. Play still live out in front, somehow played away. Mary Crumlish, the goalie, having a tough time there. Able to get the job done. Tigers applying most of the early pressure. We're still just 2.5 minutes in. This is Fitzgerald. Tries to center to Mulaney, who's really come on this year as a strong attacker, but this time the call goes against Mamaroneck. Free hit for the Spartans. This is not a home game for Williamsville North. They are the Spartans, but we're at Maine Endwell, the home of some other Spartans. Chilly day, kind of day you would expect in November. Temperatures right around 40 to the low 40s, but for a week prior to today and probably a week after today, they'll be in the 50s, so atypical in that regard. It's a little chillier than it has been. See most of the players on the field wearing sleeves and sweatpants, trying to stay warm out there. Mamaroneck with a free hit. That was played in by Taylor Lucas. Now Lizzie Clarke, she had a hat trick in the regional final. That one is in. Mamaroneck with the early goal. It's 1-0. Scrum for the ball. Not sure who scored it. We'll get an announcement. We'll also show you a replay. See if that adds any clarity. But we will get an announcement from the press box momentarily and find out who scored that goal. 4 minutes, 50 seconds in. Last year at this site, semifinal and final, Mamaroneck won both games by a combined score of 11-1. So it's the kind of dominance they might be able to show.
Mamaroneck goal scored by number 6, Grace Fitzgerald.
They're giving Grace Fitzgerald
by number 2,
the
Megan
goal.
Mulaney.
Mulaney on the assist. Tigers looking for another one. The call there goes against Mamaroneck. The only thing Mamaroneck has to worry about, especially if they can score another goal, is getting too comfortable with the lead. That's kind of what happened in the state quarterfinal against Maine Endwell. They were up 3-0 and then kind of laid back a little bit, gave up 2 goals, and it was close those last 5.5 minutes before Lizzie Clarke completed the hat trick with 30 seconds left to seal it. That one cleared up the field. Erin Rowland has it on her stick. Tripped up, and she should get the call. She does. That one cleared up the field. Played by Sophia Lepore, who sends it up the sideline and out. If you're unfamiliar, it's the orange lines on this field that delineate the out-of-bounds markers for field hockey. Clarke deflects that near side. Doesn't get the call. Catherine Angers trying to play it up. The Spartans know Mamaroneck is tough to beat. They need to answer. Katie Cotter sends it far side to Fitzgerald. That'll go out. The sideline hit for Williamsville North. Played towards the center, gets through. Clarke has some space. Tries to go through, too many defenders. Stopped up by Emma Spitz. Tigers back on the offensive. That's Mulaney with it on the stick. Gets it to Clarke. Clarke whiffs on it. Had a good look to at least send one in for a deflection. Does get the call. Sophie Miller will take the free hit. No, she'll leave it. And Spitz will take it. Try to confuse the defense.
Entering the game for Williamsville North, number 14.
That's going to be a dangerous play, I believe, against Mamaroneck. Ball played up at head level. Officials don't like that. 3 officials at this level. Regular season, they play with 2 early rounds of the playoffs as well. Spartans trying to get through. This is Siddiqui, one of the captains, the senior captain on this team, along with Claire Ahern. She tried to get through. Tigers do play good defense, and they're able to pick up the call here. Last touch by the Spartans on the way out, so Spitz takes the free hit. And it goes into the Tigers' defense. Shannon Quinlan chasing for the Spartans. This will be centered. The Tigers able to send it back the way they like it. Trying to get it up to Mulaney. She has control. Mulaney tries to get through. Solid defense from the Spartans. Mulaney still fighting for possession. Centered, but defense able to handle it for now. This is Fitzgerald who earns the call. 8.5 minutes gone by already. 1-0 Mamaroneck. They're looking for more. Into a juggle went Fitzgerald and then lost it. This will be Ahern. Bit of a miss hit there. Good opportunity to clear, but couldn't do it. Mulaney tried to play it in. Mulaney with another touch, now Miller. Interference. And a Spartan ball. Play to the far sideline. Will it go out? And they say it did. Mamaroneck will get it. They just have to reset. It'll be Olivia Golden to start with it. Golden's pass went through. It'll be a Spartan hit. We are 10 minutes in. Mamaroneck with that first goal in the first 3 minutes. Was scored by Fitzgerald from Mulaney. And as they normally do, they look for more. Played near side. Clarke trying to make some space. Nice stick work. Paige Danahy in there along with Emily Malland. Up against Claire Ahern. And Golden able to take it away, send it up the field. It will go out for a Spartans hit. Sent the length of the field into the teeth of the Tigers' defense. Lepore able to get it around the attacker. Send it up near midfield. Now Miller gives it a whack up the field. Miller able to tap it away, sends it towards Clarke. Job by Clarke to put the body between the defender and the ball. This one comes out to Fitzgerald. Thinking about centering, she does. Out in front is Miller. Ball still loose and a penalty corner for Mamaroneck. So Sophie Miller will send it in. Gets it to Fitzgerald, sent on goal. It is in, it is good. 2-0 Tigers. Timeout Williamsville North. We'll see who scored the goal. I'm pretty sure Fitzgerald will get an assist there. 2-0 Mamaroneck, 18:07 left, first half on LMC-TV. So out of the timeout, they actually did give that goal to Grace Fitzgerald. I thought it was deflected, but I might need a new prescription, so don't trust me. Because it was right off the corner, Sophie Miller gets the assist. But the most important stat, 2-0. Mamaroneck with 2 goals in the first 12 minutes of the game. Play to the backhand. Can they make it 3? This is Sophie Brill, who just checked in during the timeout. Now back to Fitzgerald, tries to center. Doesn't get the stick on it now, trying to center again. Nicely defended and cleared up the field by Williamsville North. That's Sophia Lepore who will have to retrieve it. The Mamaroneck hit. Olivia Golden will take it. Sent up near midfield. So Williamsville North, they're a speed type offense, not terribly different from the main Endwell team Mamaroneck saw last week. So you want to try to keep it out of their possession so they can't get past you. This is Sophie Miller and Lizzie Clarke trying to send it up the field. Miller still with it. Right at the Spartan head at midfield. Danahy now. Back to Miller, played up to Clarke. Lizzie Clarke inside the circle. Mullaney draws the corner. Be taken near side by Miller. Not yet halfway through this first half. Clarke will dribble off the corner. Try to send it in, got some defense. Spitz! She scores! Untouched! And it's 3-0. All Mamaroneck in the first half.
Mamaroneck goal scored by number 9, Emma Spitz.
A blast off the stick of Emma Spitz. Looks like Danahy will set this one up off the free hit. Now Miller. It's the most explosive the Tigers' offense has looked in the first half of a game since their first playoff game, a sectional quarterfinal against Arlington. They were up 5-0 at this point in the game. $3-0's pretty good too. This is Spitz. That did go out. That little part of the 5-yard section at midfield of the out-of-bounds line is obscured from our view by that tent. So I'll have to trust the ref on that one. It is right in front of both benches, so you know the coaches will be upset if there's an incorrect call there. Mullaney tried to dribble through, couldn't do it. Player lost a stick. That might have helped Miller get the ball back. Sent far side. This is Erin Rowland for the Spartans. She'll get a free hit. 14 minutes remain first half. A 3-0 lead for Mamaroneck. If you're Williamsville North here, all you need to do is get one through the defense. Maybe easier said than done against Mamaroneck, as that call goes against the Spartans. But if they can find one in the back of the cage, momentum's a funny animal. Trying to play one through. Lepore all over it and sends it out. Will be cleared up the field. Back to midfield, good clear from that Tiger defense. They have been solid all year long. For the entire season, they might have 10 goals surrendered, and that's in 20 games. And half of them came in 2 games, 3 against Lakeland, and their only loss, 2 given up to Maine Endwell in the state quarterfinal. Fitzgerald tries to get through, gets the call. Played towards the center, play still on. Clarke puts it through, it's in, it's a goal, and it's 4-0. I believe that will be Lizzie Clarke's goal. Just trickled it through the defense. It was like in baseball, like the ball had eyes between the shortstop third base hole. split the difference on the defense.
Mamaroneck goal scored by number 7, Elizabeth Clarke.
That is Clarke's goal.
By number 22, Megan Mullaney.
Megan Mullaney, her second assist as well.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 10, Sophie Arts.
The Spartans trying to set one up here. Played in and played out of bounds. It'll be a 16-yard hit for the Tigers. Wait, that might have been tipped by a defender, and they do give possession to Williamsville North. It'll be Quinlan on the long corner hit. Tries to center. Tigers able to play it out. Played in again. Call goes to the Spartans. Just under 11 minutes to play first half. Trying to center, balls in bounds in a penalty corner for the Spartans, their first of the game. Quinlan will send it in. Not handled cleanly. Pass to the near side for Ahern. Shot deflected. Ball still loose out in front. And a kick.
Re-entering the game for
Mamaroneck ball.
Is number 19, Emily Milland.
Emily Mallon checks back in for Mamaroneck. Sophie Brill will take a break. Tigers using that roster size as much as they can. They had, I believe, 7 JV call-ups, and I think they've all seen minutes in the playoffs. They've seen significant minutes, kind of going with the fresh legs approach is John Savage, and it's been working. He'll rotate those players in and out. What does that say about the future of this program as well? Freshmen and sophomores coming in and getting it done in the state tournament. Maybe I should look into that Binghamton timeshare after all. Been cleared up by the Spartans, but Katie Cotter able to interrupt the play. That hit someone's foot, and it'll be a free hit for the Spartans. This will be Ahern taking it. Stopped up. Nice job there by Grace Fitzgerald. Get in front of that clearing attempt. And the call goes against the Spartans. Coach John Savage wants a timeout.
Timeout, Mamaroneck.
8:28 to play in the first half of the Class A state semifinal. Mamaroneck up 4-0. We'll be right back. So back out of the timeout. Coach John Savage never completely happy with his team's performance no matter what. Obviously that's the case today as calls a timeout up 4-0. Had a message he wanted to send. He knows tomorrow's game very well will be tougher than this. And he wants to see today what he needs to see tomorrow. And also let them know that they haven't clinched a spot tomorrow yet. Still plenty of field hockey to play, 38 minutes worth. That's a lot of field hockey. This is Clarke. Goes out of bounds for a long corner. Two tough teams on the docket for the other semifinals, Shen and Ward Melville, two powerhouse programs in many sports. Fitzgerald sends it to Mullaney. Played up, nicely defended. Swept up the field. Sophie Arst trying to pick it up. But it'll be a Spartans free hit. 7 minutes to go, first half. Rob Moretti here along with BJ Persampiri on LMC-TV. Ball near the sideline. Be another hit for the Spartans.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 3, Sophie Brill.
So Brill is checked back in for the Tigers. Have a nice rotation going on. The philosophy around it's pretty simple, too. You want your defenders to be fresher than the other team's attackers. This one played up by the Spartans. Might have something developing here. The call goes against the Spartans. Trying to find Clarke, goes off for stick. Tigers have control. With some space, here's Miller. Tries to send it up, goes off the defender's stick. Clarke takes it. Clarke sends it further. No deflection, I don't think it would have counted anyway, but saved by the goalie, Mary Crumlish. Tigers still with it. 5 minutes to go, first half. This will be Ahern who sends it back for the Spartans. Maybe the first half, but Spartans are running out of time. Look a bit overmatched. Tried to play it over to Brill, but went out. Actually went off the Williamsville North stick. So Olivia Golden will get the free hit. Out again, Mamaroneck ball again. Played back this time. Some open field on the near side, Tigers can take advantage of. Here's Miller. Back and forth action in midfield, ends up with a call for the Spartans. Trying to play it up, Fitzgerald right there. Trying to control, a little backhand sweep, still in control of it is Fitzgerald, plays it all the way up, and it bleeds through. Shot, ball still live, Crumlish tipped it away. Clarke controlling now, gets around the defender. Centers, and call goes against Mamaroneck. That easily could have been goal number 5 for Mamaroneck.
Re-entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 22, Megan Mullaney.
Mullaney checks in. Grace Fitzgerald will get a break. And why not? She's got a couple goals already. I'd say she's earned it. Probably see her sit out the rest of the first half. 2.5 minutes left in the half. Tigers making good use of space on the field. Miller sends it up to Mullaney. Now Clarke trying to get around the defender. That's Caitlin Battaglia. Clarke still dribbling.
Re-entering the game for Williamsville.
Tried to center, had it stopped up, still in control. The call goes against Mamaroneck with 2 minutes left in the half. Another kick there. Up to send the ball back to the far side for the free hit. Ahern will send it far side, couldn't connect with the teammate, Catherine Angers, and now the Tigers able to take it away. Miller tried to play it in further. I think there was a whistle on that play before the hit that sent it out. It will be a free hit for the Tigers. Miller plays it towards the center with Danahy. Mamaroneck hit. Final minute of the first half. Brill couldn't play it. It's actually last touched by Williamsville North, so Tigers maybe another chance here. Ball in the circle, but call goes against Mamaroneck now with 45 seconds left. This is Lizzie Clarke with the steal. Some fantastic dribbling, still in. Now it goes out. Went off Clarke last. Down to the final 30 seconds of half number one. Deflected near side. Will it stay in? No. Tigers in control. Spitz played it up. Nice dribbling with 8 seconds. Mullaney plays it in. Going up against the clock, ball will come out, and that'll do it for the first half. So Mamaroneck, they come out guns blazing. 4-0 Tigers. We've still got 30 minutes left to play. We'll be right back with the second half. You're watching the state semifinal in Class A field hockey on LMC-TV. Back with the second half. Mamaroneck will have the first hit. Mullaney sweeps it backward into the Tiger defense. That'll go near the sideline at midfield. Quinlan tried to play it up. Emily Malland able to send it forward. This is Danahy, who actually just got an assist on Mamaroneck's fourth goal. It was announced right before the half started, so she must feel a little bit better about today too, although I'm sure every Mamaroneck Tiger feels good about how that first half went. A goal 2.5 minutes in, and they just built it from there. That'll be a Spartan free hit. If the score holds, as we said, Mamaroneck will advance to the championship game for the second straight year. The winner will be... And the team they'll be playing will be determined following this game in the other Class A semifinal between Shenendehowa and Ward Melville. All 4 teams in the Final Four in Class A this year, as the lights just come on here at Maine Endwell High School, all 4 teams have at least one state championship on their record in field hockey Class A. They've all come in the last 10 years. Kick there, and it'll be a Spartans hit. Williamsville North, as we said earlier, champs in 27 and 2010. The 2010 victory in the final coming over Mamaroneck. It was a second of 3 straight years where the Tigers went to the championship game and lost it. The Tigers, as you well may know if you're a Tiger fan, state champs in 2004 and last year 2014. They're trying to go back-to-back as state champions for the first time in field hockey. They've done it once in baseball in 2008 and 2009. So you're kind of a continuation of what was a tremendous 2014 to 15 school year for the Tigers. State championships, field hockey, baseball. They had a wrestler win his state championship in his weight class, as this one deflected out by Crumlish. It'll be a long corner for the Tigers. So had a state champion girls track team. Forget what the event was, I think the 4x100. Out in front, Fitzgerald, that close to a hat trick. It'll be a Spartans hit. Also section champions in boys lacrosse in the spring. The girls lacrosse team, I believe, went to the semifinals. They had one of their best years in program history. Boys and girls soccer teams both had good fall seasons. Football team did pick up a playoff win despite going 0-6 in the regular season this year. And the chilly weather today reminds us we are just a few weeks away from the winter season, where the ice hockey team at Mamaroneck is back up in Division I and they're contending for a section title. A play there by Fitzgerald to stop that one up. Tigers back on the offensive. Tell you one thing, if the ice hockey team were to make it to states, you think Binghamton's a long trip. Final Four in ice hockey take place in Buffalo at the Harbor Center. Beautiful new facility built by the Sabres. I believe the team hotel is on site, which is fantastic considering probably will be under a couple feet of snow in Buffalo at that point.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 12, Cassie Budell.
Shot saved, comes back out in a penalty corner. Cassie Budell is just checked in from Mamaroneck. She is wearing number 12. They had some of the numbers switched up during the pregame introductions, so never sure. Sometimes they do change numbers. So it's good to know that roster copy that we have was correct. This is Fitzgerald off the corner, out in front, punched away by Crumlish. It'll be a Spartans hit. 5.5 minutes gone by, second half. It's gotten a bit chillier as a cloud cover has rolled in here. No rain in the forecast. Forecast was initially for a 50% chance of a wintry mix, but I haven't seen any precipitation today. Forecast for tomorrow is gorgeous. Low 50s and mostly sunny. That one shot by Mullaney and saved by Crumlish. And now the Spartans will have a free hit. Tigers dominating possession in this game as they have done in most of their games. The two toughest games this season actually came against Class B opponents. Lakeland a 3-0 loss and a 0-0 tie against Rye. And of course, those two teams met in the Class B Section 1 final. And of course, Lakeland won. Lakeland the 6-time defending Class B state champs. They'll play their semifinal later today. Ahern will have the free hit for the Spartans. Another hit. Quinlan will take it, trying to send it into the circle. Sent out by the Mamaroneck defense for a free hit at the sideline. Got the first half stats at halftime. Mamaroneck actually did have one save, Charlotte Mackey. So one shot on goal for the Spartans in that first half. Tigers had 6 and 4 of them went in. Clarke plays it up to Mullaney, a little bit of a body block there. I don't think you can do that. Spartans will have the hit. Beginning to get breezy here.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 20, Sophie Miller.
Miller checks in for Budill. So Coach Savage keeping that rotation rotating. And it's not just fresh legs. These are also young players he's rotating in, getting some very valuable state championship level experience. And they want that to pay dividends in the next couple years. Tigers hit. Fitzgerald. Played up to Mullaney, tries to get through, could not get through Catherine Angers. But the call goes to Mamaroneck. Danahy will take it. Stopped up by Angers and cleared. Assuming Mamaroneck holds on to this 4-0 lead, we'll have the championship game for you following this game.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 3, Sophie Brill.
Then we'll take a couple of weeks off. Tripping up was Golden, didn't touch the ball though, so she's allowed to get back up and play it. Mullaney trying to get through with it, instead played up by Mia Fournier. Cleared out by the Tiger defense. Quinlan will have the hit. Under 20 minutes to play. Clarke tries to deflect it forward. A whistle gives it back to the Spartans. When this Tigers defense goes into a shell, they're even harder to beat than they usually are. Spitz tried to play it. Be a sideline hit for the Spartans. 19 minutes to play. Clarke trying to break away with it. Tigers with some moving numbers. Played over to Fitzgerald. She's got Brill ahead. She gets it to Brill. See where Brill goes, keeps it in, sweeps towards the middle, stopped, shot, stopped by Crumlish, play still live, penalty corner from Mamaroneck. Grace Fitzgerald again, that close to a hat trick. Just over 18 minutes left. Tigers with their first corner of the second half. Miller plays it into Cotter. Pass to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald passes again. Cleared out
Entering the game
by the Spartans
for Williamsville
defense.
North, number 14, Minal Siddiqui.
Lift pass high up. Not a ton of distance on it. Tigers will have the hit. Fitzgerald finds Brill. Good job working the defense. Danahy plays it up to Clarke. Miller, who has it now, still live. Shot off the goalie, still live, and finally a corner. So Miller on the near side this time. With 17 minutes left in regulation. Fitzgerald tried to center, Tigers keep it alive. Swept and just missed. Clarke was trying to set up Miller, and Miller just could not find the ball with the stick. In case you are wondering, they do play, of course, overtime if needed. In playoff field hockey, it's 7-on-7 for 2 10-minute periods, sudden victory. If no one scores, they go to a penalty shootout. None of that seems to be a concern for today's game. Clarke centers, shot off the post, still live. Penalty corner. So Sophie Miller, this time plays it in to Clarke. Left-handed backhand shot. The Spartans will get a free hit.
Re-entering the game for Williamsville North, number 10, Catherine Angiers.
Just a thought, it is chilly now, but they've got 3 more semifinals to play, an A game and 2 B games, and tonight it is going to be cold. Perhaps too cold. Towards the middle, and through Brill centers, and it gets through
19,
everyone.
Emily
The Spartans hit. The last semifinal is supposed to start at 7:30, and temps will be well into the 20s by then if the forecast is right. Can't remember the wind chill rules off the top of my head, but that's got to be in the danger zone. It's also been a little breezy today. It doesn't help. But both Class A games should get in, so that shouldn't disrupt the Tigers' schedule. That one was tipped. It's live. Is it through? No. Crumlish with a sliding save. Play is still live. Past the goalie, shot, and scored. Sophie Miller with the Tigers' 5th goal. So under 14 minutes to play now, a 5-0 lead. Only thing left in doubt for Mamaroneck is the final score.
Sophie Miller, assisted from number 22, Megan Mullaney.
Mullaney picks up another assist.
Williamsville North.
Spartans want a timeout. 13:42 on the clock. Tigers that close to another championship game. We'll be right back. So out of the timeout, Emma Rowland will have the hit for the Spartans. That's that's Malland, who just checked in recently. Trying to play it deep. No attackers up there. Last year, Mamaroneck won their semifinal 6-1. That game actually had some doubt early on. They, I believe, went up 1-0 before Saratoga Springs tied it up. And they scored 5 unanswered. This year, just 5 unanswered. Different opponent. Angels tries to play it in. Tigers just too good. Tigers earned the sideline hit there. Good job by, I believe, Taylor Lucas. That one comes out to Danahy. Tried to play it up to Mallon, who had some space. Mallon now fighting for it and gets the free hit. Tried to center it up the middle. Play disrupted and picked up by Mallon. Tries to get through. Fitzgerald was in there, but the call went to the Spartans. Contact there will give Spartans another free hit. That's Emma Rowland. And they'll reset it with Claire Ahern. This is Cotter who gets it up
Entering the game
to Clarke, streaking through the defense, just disrupted the last second, still has it, tried to backhand, couldn't get enough of a stick on it. Tigers still with it in the circle. And the call goes against Mamaroneck. Ten and a half minutes left in regulation. Nicely stopped up by Miller. Played up. Stopped by the goalie, had to sweep it aside. Centered, and it gets through. Sophie Miller chasing it. And near the end line, did it touch it? It did. Dangerous play there by the goalie, Crumlish. I think that ball was hit outside the circle, so she could have let it go safely, but instead sent it back into play. This is Golden. Gets it through to Emily Malland. Danahy plays it up. Clarke gets through to Fitzgerald. Can she get the hat trick? Not here. But they do score another. Or do they? No goal. Didn't hear a whistle, but it was an intended whistle before the shot.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 11, Fiona Hogan.
This is Fitzgerald. Sweeps it towards the middle. Spartans just hoping to keep it at 5. 8.5 minutes left. Malland able to keep it in bounds, centers it to Paige Danahy.
Re-entering
Played
the
up
game
to
for
Clarke.
Mamaroneck is number 3, Sophie Burrell.
Taken back by Danahy. Now back to Clarke. Plays it on goal. Saved by Crumlish. Now the Spartans will have a free hit. Whistle before that attack could really develop. Be another hit for the Spartans, and have not been able to get that ball on the other side of midfield. This one's stopped up by Miller. That'll go all the way through for a 16-yard hit. Tigers getting ready to send in Bridget Knowles and Elizabeth Brissett.
For Mamaroneck is number 1, Bridget Knowles, and number 13, Elizabeth Brizzetti.
A couple players that spent most of the season on the JV before being called up for the playoff run. I believe Coach Savage said a couple of weeks ago, informed me that the JV team went undefeated this year, so not that that's a huge surprise, that just considering the talent level that's always coming out of Mamaroneck, but impressive nonetheless. As Caitlin Battaglia will play this one in for the Spartans. Stopped up by Danahy. Over to Fitzgerald. Tries to center, it's still in. The question is who touched that last. It does go out. Was it played by a stick or by the goalie? They're kind of pointing to each other. But they're going to give Mamaroneck the hit. Played in by Golden. Now Brill tries to center. Out of bounds. Long corner for Mamaroneck as that last deflected off a Spartan stick. Fitzgerald brings it in off a juggle. Juggle's a cool effect, but never seen it really work to a player's advantage. As soon as they lose it, they tend to lose possession one way or another. Be a lift pass down the field trying to clear it over the defense, but could not get it over everyone. As Golden tries to play it, keeps it into Brill. Sophie Brill looking for Fitzgerald. Gets through. She gets the call, and it was inside the circle, so a penalty corner. The official signaled and realized where the play took place. So under 5 minutes left now. Fitzgerald has it go out. It'll be a Spartan hit. Just over 4 minutes left. Trying to lift it over the defense. Whistle, and the call goes against the Spartans. Still can't get it over midfield. Tried to keep it in. It's Fran Barchetti. Just had to go off the stick. This is Danahy, plays it up. Looking for Brissett. Playing against Battaglia. This one's still into the Tiger defense. This is Cotter, plays it up.
Entering the game for Mamaroneck is number 24, Caroline Allen.
Played over to Brill. Goes out, under 3 minutes left. I can honestly say I've never seen a team score 5 goals in 2.5 minutes, so you'd have to consider Spartan's season over, although still had a great season. They'd finish at 16-3-1. Try to lift it over, picked up by Brill. Call goes to the Spartans. Quinlan sends it forward. Stopped by Quinlan. Final 2 minutes. Swept forward towards Brissett. Couldn't get it through. This is Cotter. Nice dribble, didn't know she still had the ball. Played to Sophie Brill. Final 90 seconds, this one played up. Shot stopped. Play live, penalty corner to Mamaroneck. 1:10 left on the clock. This would be a good opportunity to, take a second, call out the play, maybe call out the play a couple times, bleed a few extra seconds off the clock. Not as important as if it was a 1-goal game, but important nonetheless. Played in, backhand. Good play by Crumlish, play still live. Miller shoots and scores. 6-0 Mamaroneck. I believe second goal for Miller. So he put the game into running clock time, so we're down to 13 seconds left now. Big shot up the field, final 10 seconds.
Mamaroneck goal scored by number 20, Sophie Miller.
And that'll do it. So Mamaroneck, for the second straight year, they're headed to the Class A state final. Dominant effort from start to finish. 4 first-half goals, although momentum they needed. They've got to feel good heading into the final no matter who they play. Stick around for the post-game show. We'll talk to a Tiger or two, get Coach John Savage's thoughts heading into the championship game as well. That'll be coming up next here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back in the post-game show, Tigers Grace Fitzgerald, 2 goals today, Grace. Especially those goals you guys scored in the first 15 minutes or so. How nice is it in a big game like this to kind of just get out to that big lead?
Oh my God, it's awesome. We were so hyped. Like after the first goal, we were like, okay, we need like 2 more though, and like we're not gonna get comfortable, not gonna let down at all. And then it was just like boom, 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 and it just felt so great. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, you have that. Even in the second half, you have a lot of the second string coming in, rotating in, and you're still all getting it done, shutting down the opponent. How great is it to know there's that much depth on this team as well?
It's awesome. I mean, everyone is so confident and trusts each other so much. Like, all comes back from preseason. Like, we're all doing everything together, working hard, and it like relates on the field whether you start or you're second string.
Well, you're back in the final now, right where you were last year. What's the key to preparing from right now until the game starts tomorrow?
Get some sleep, eat a good meal, and I guess just like be with our team and like we all just get excited and hype tomorrow and like keep the chemistry up and everything. So that's what we're gonna do.
Joined now by Tigers co-captain Lizzie Clarke. Lizzie, you guys scored a goal, I think it was a minute or 2 minutes into the game, and it just kind of snowballed from there. How nice is it to go into halftime with a 4-0 lead, knowing that really you guys have done a good job and you just have to keep it up?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to go into halftime with that lead. That's what we try to do, is come out strong, come out fast, and get that first goal within the first couple of minutes and really set the tone for the rest of the game. So I was happy we were able to do that today.
I think there were 3-4 different goal scorers today. How nice to know you guys, anyone can score from any point.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the greatest aspects of this team, is that we have so many girls able to put the ball in the back of the net, and that really showed today.
You've got the chance to repeat as champions coming up tomorrow. Just what are your thoughts heading into tomorrow's game?
Tomorrow we just have to be focused. We know what we have to do to win, and we've done it before, and we're going to try to do it again, and we're really excited.
Joined now on the postgame show by Tigers coach John Savage. Coach, you're back in the final. How happy are you with the performance of your team really throughout the entire playoffs?
The team really stepped up. We had a regular season that we had some doubts of what we were going to do and how good we were going to be. And each game they started getting stronger and stronger. And then when the sectionals came, the real season as we call it, they stepped up big time. And today you saw a total team effort by a Mamaroneck team that is talented, but when they play together is super talented. So I hope we can continue this type of play tomorrow.
And also, how happy are you with being able to kind of rotate in some players in some spots and really have no drop-off in terms of effectiveness?
It's funny you should say that, because several people have said that if they came to the game later on when those kids were in, they couldn't tell the difference. And that's true. We had a great JV season, undefeated, and these kids, these 9th and 10th graders, are going to be something special because of what you're seeing today. When they get a little more experience and play a little more together, I think there's good things headed for them. But they fit in, and the seniors and the juniors brought them into the family, made them one. They feel comfortable, and scrimmaging against the varsity all season long helped them, and now playing with the varsity in games that really matter really add to it. And they come with some energy that have picked the seniors and juniors up and continued into the playoffs.
You advance to the final tomorrow. Is there any sort of advantage you could see, or at least in your mind or maybe strategically, knowing that you're the only team left that's been to this point in the last year or two?
Well, I think once you get between the yard lines, anything can happen. Two of the programs out there have been here several times, so they're not going to be novices. They're going to know what it takes, and you're probably going to see a very good game the next game. And the winner that comes out, there'll be a war tomorrow, and hopefully we can come out on the positive side of that war.
And one last question. You have, a break, not quite 24 hours, but between now and the final. Obviously, you were able to do it successfully last year, so do you deviate from that plan at all to prepare for the final?
Nope, we're having pizza again like we had last year. We're sitting and watching the team, keeping the kids warm. Parents are nice enough to have a 5:30 or 7:30, something like that, dinner in the hotel, so we can go shower, relax, be with the parents, celebrate. And then once that dinner's done, we up in the rooms, refocusing, going over scattering reports and saying what we have to do. So it's the same old business, and it worked last year, and we're hoping it works this year.
Back one more time to wrap up a 6-0 victory by the Mamaroneck Tigers over the Williamsville North Spartans in the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class A field hockey semifinals. The Tigers, the defending state champs, they will head back to the championship game. The opponent is to be determined. You might see the warm-ups behind me. That game is going to start in about 15-20 minutes time. The winner of that game will play Mamaroneck for the state championship in field hockey. We'll have that game for you. It will be next on LMC-TV. One more time, I'm Rob Moretti. Our cameraman was BJ Persampiri today. The CEO of LMC-TV is Eric Lewis. The COO was Matt Sullivan. And I am the community sports producer. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, stick around. Mamaroneck plays for a state championship in field hockey, trying to go back-to-back next on LMC-TV. Bye.